Language is the source of misunderstandings. The only way to deal with this life is to find someone who can help you navigate through it. There is no beauty without happiness. The meaning of things lies not in what you say about them, but in what they provoke in you. Grown-ups never understand anything by themselves, and it is exhausting for children to have to provide explanations over and over again. In giving, we receive more than we give. True love begins when nothing is looked for in return. Life has a way of testing a person's will, either by having nothing happen at all, or by having everything happen at once. The only real luxury is time. The greatest danger in life is not taking the adventure. To be a man is to feel that one stone contributes to building the edifice. The happiness of life is made up of the little charities of a kiss or smile, a kind look, a heartfelt compliment. It is the time you have wasted for your rose that makes your rose so important. Each man must discover his own destiny. He will inevitably encounter obstacles along the way. To be sure, an ordinary passerby would think my rose looked just like you. You're never a loser until you quit trying. The impossible is often the untried. One cannot forever hide behind the shield of an accident. A chief is a man who assumes responsibility. He says, "I was beaten." He does not say, "My men were beaten." We come to love not by finding a perfect person, but by learning to see an imperfect person perfectly. I have no right to say or do anything that diminishes a man in his own eyes. What matters is not what I think of him, but what he thinks of himself. The time for action is now. It's never too late to do something. We are all travelers in the wilderness of this world, and the best we can find in our travels is an honest friend. What is true in the mind is true, whether one has said it or not. Your task is not to foresee the future, but to enable it. Love is not a matter of counting the years, but making the years count. To be a prince is to have a sense of responsibility towards the world. The only way to deal with fear is to face it head on. And now here is my secret. A very simple secret. It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye. Love does not consist of gazing at each other, but in looking outward together in the same direction. You alone will have the stars as no one else has them. In one of the stars I shall be living. In one of them I shall be laughing. The stars are beautiful because of a flower that cannot be seen. It's the time you spend on your rose that makes your rose so important. To love is not to look at one another, but to look together in the same direction. A goal without a plan is just a wish. Love does not consist in gazing at each other, but in looking outward together in the same direction. Perfection is achieved, not when there is nothing more to add, but when there is nothing left to take away. It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye. The meaning of things lies not in the things themselves, but in our attitude towards them. What saves a man is to take a step, then another step. The time for action is now. It's never too late to do something. True happiness comes from the joy of deeds well done, the zest of creating things new. The most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or touched. They are felt with the heart. He who would travel happily must travel light. A rock pile ceases to be a rock pile the moment a single man contemplates it, bearing within him the image of a cathedral. You become responsible forever for what you have tamed. What makes the desert beautiful is that somewhere it hides a well. One man may hit the mark, another blunder, but heedlessness, no mark at all. To be a man is precisely to be responsible. Each man must look to himself to teach him the meaning of life. It is not something discovered, it is something molded. The machine does not isolate man from the great problems of nature, but plunges him more deeply into them. A single event can awaken within us a stranger totally unknown to us. Only the unknown frightens men, but once a man has faced the unknown, that terror becomes the known. It is such a secret place, the land of tears. You're beautiful, but you're empty. No one could die for you.